Greetings one and all. How's everyone doing? I hope well. It is December 15th. I remember this time. So I wanted to talk about signaling today and some examples I have and carry. Now I will add, I've never been in a survival situation and I've never had to signal for help or rescue before. So just gonna put that out there. So I can't say that the items I have with me are tried and true or that they will guarantee you success or being found. They're just some examples. Excuse me. So let's get to it. The first important thing about signaling, in my opinion, is leaving a plan with somebody. Now I admit I'm actually kind of bad at this myself. I've gone out and forgotten to text my mom, hey, this is where I'm going, this is how long I'm going to be, this is when I plan to be back. Guilty. Usually I go to areas though that are next to the road. So as long as I'm conscious, I can always get to the road, flag down help. Which follows along in my outdoor concept. The less you know, the closer you stay towards people. The downside being you can have a lot of noise, you can have a lot more litter, and in the area that I go to, there's freeway not far from me, so you come through on camera a lot. I really wish I wasn't, but due to time constraints and a busy work schedule and life, it's like, do I spend 2 hours driving to only be out for half an hour and then come back? Or do I go drive out for just under an hour, get to spend 2 or 3 hours in the dirt, and then spend the hour coming home? So, I have to kind of weigh the good and the bad. I mean, is the noise distracting? Yes. And I really wish there was a way I could get around it. I mean, there might be some software I could get to cut out the background noise, but or I want to find a new area to go to, and maybe that will happen hopefully soon. Fingers crossed. So leave a plan, and I'd say the more details the better you leave. Again, guilty. I mean, have a map, have highway markers, like, hey, between mile marker 30 and 31, I'm in that area. You'll see my vehicle parked on the side of the road. I always go towards the north, or I always go towards the east, well, whatever. So they have at least a starting point where to look for you. Because if you go out and you just head off into a random direction, well, they're not going to know where you went unless they have like dogs or something that can smell you, or someone is really good with tracking. But I don't know, because I don't know any search and rescue people. I've gone to a winter mountain safety class, and they had some search and rescue volunteers, and they talked a little bit about search and rescue, but mostly it was just what you should do, and I really didn't learn anything I didn't already know or had seen on video. So it was still an interesting class. So I'm gonna ditch the pack here. I'm trying out the Hidden Woodsman Day Rock today. First pack without a waist belt. And I gotta tell you, I'm really liking it so far. I've only had it on for about 15 minutes, but it rides really comfortable, and there's quite a bit of stuff in here. Just a quick little, and oh yeah, you might notice a little ribbon here. I might be on the wrong side, but there's a little bit of ribbon back here, just to give a little extra marker to my pack. So I'm going to go over some examples of some stuff that I have, so let's get right into that. Oh, nothing has gotten inside. Okay, so you have to apologize. There's some road construction that way. I don't know if it's coming on camera, but there's a dog just over here, and he has a bear bell on, which got me to thinking real quick, because I was kind of waiting for him to pass, but you know, I can hear that bell. So if you had a pet with you and you strapped on a bear bell, every time your dog moves, jingle. So if you're laying there with a busted leg or something, it might be a benefit to you. So one thing there, just a little thought. You know, another real quick thought too, is it seems like anything that can get noticed is in your benefit, in my opinion. I mean, even just these little, you know, tissues that I carry. I mean, if you took one, balled it up, and then put it inside of another one, made like a little ghost, and just put some reflective cord around it, hung up 10 of those around your camp, that could be something that might help you. You can probably hear that bell now. Dog's getting closer. I don't see anybody around though. I don't know what he's doing, but okay. So one item that I get criticized for quite a bit is this carabiner. Now, I gotta say, the carabiner itself is not the first one I'd picked. But if you think about it, you know, which of these are gonna break first? This one or this one? So I wanted one that had, I was looking for one that had a lock. But I found one that was smaller that had a lock, but I really wasn't happy with it. So on this, which is my constant companion, is I have a whistle on here, which I did a video on this already once, but since we're talking about signaling, so I have a jet scream whistle. So I can, and it's just connected to my belt, and I don't think this is gonna break during a fall. So that's one piece of signaling. The next, of course, is making a fire, so which I practice quite a bit. So I have a lighter, and I also have a ferro rod, a scraper, and then tinder as well. So I have sheer flame, a spark. Hell, even on my keychain, I have a little peanut lighter right here. So even if the Bic fails, I still have my peanut lighter. And you know, there's been criticism about, well, they run out of fluid, but you know, every time I've lit it, I've had fluid in there. So, or every time I lit it, it's lit up. I mean, how hard is it to fill up a little Bic or a little Zippo? Then I have my flashlight, which adds into signaling, which has all the light modes, you know, low, medium, high, beacon, low, and strobe, which the only time I've used them is to demonstrate that those I have those features. That's another piece. And then, of course, I always have a little blade with me to get help with my fire. I have made a one stick fire using this knife. One of my earlier videos. Maybe I'll do it again sometime, just because I think it's good to practice. So this is my constant ride. Another thing I have, this is actually out of my original fire kit, but if I can get it out. And that's my, this is just an idea I had. This is naturally a tin from Survival Resources, but this is reflective tape. And all I have in here is some, if I can open it without spilling them, some matches with a scraper on the lid. Now I did these for another video, but I rarely ever carry matches because I just really like using a ferro rod. But this tape is this reflective tape from the mailbox, next to the mailboxes at Lowe's. So you could just set this around your camp or next to your camp or whatever. Maybe there's a trail that leads to your camp, and then trail marker. Potentially a good idea, you know, potentially could work. Now I know someone's gonna say, well, you can't really make char in it. Well, you know, I have like a dozen Altoid tins scattered about my stuff, so I have more than one tin. Also, these are $1 at Survival Resources, so just go on there, order 5, you know, $5. You can get tins anywhere. You know, I've seen videos where people have made char in dirt. I don't know if, can you hear that bell still? So that's just on my personal. What else have I got? I have changed, not very loud, you know, makes some noise. You know, maybe better than nothing. You're laying on the ground, you can't move. I think that's it for personal. Oh yeah, actually I have another little flashlight in my pocket, so you know I could just. It's not very bright, but you know, still better than nothing. And I don't really have any bright clothing, but I saw some acrylic hats at that were Carhartts at the store. They were bright orange, $8. I almost bought one, but kind of held off. Yeah, I like my hat. All right, let's get turned to back to the pack. Alrighty. So as I said, the ribbon. I have a coil of this Kelty reflective string or cordage. So one is access cordage, but two, the stuff has reflective stuff in you know, throughout, so it, you know, it shines through on the poncho. So that's that. You know, hang them up around your camp. You're probably good to go. I just threw in some cotton balls and Vaseline. I got a little bit of tinder. Malcolm had sent me this blue blaze patch, but you could string this up at your camp. Hopefully someone will see the color. Along in my everyday equipment is my headlamp, which also has signaling. So it's low, medium, high, beacon high, beacon low, and strobe, plus backup batteries. This pretty much is part of my regular kit, so I always have it with me. Set that aside. This cordage. Nothing in there. Alright. Oh, I guess I brought the whole hank of Kelty reflective line. Now I got this. This is that orange ribbon that I bought at a fabric store. And it was like $1 or something. Or like $1.50. 18 feet of this. Good stuff. Oh, one more example of the empty tin I was talking about. Yeah, I got these all over the place. One of my spare containers for my lighter, backup lighter. You know, someone might see that. I have another one in red. I just brought all my reflective tape with me. Now this is something that the Hidden Woodsman is making now. It's the... I'll turn the camera and give you a better look. Okay, so... I'm going to fix the viewfinder. So the Hidden Woodsman belt pouch, which I am actually wearing one right now. I wear one every day because I keep my some of my EDC's items in there. But I just threw this in there just a moment ago. But this is the new orange blaze signal panel. But he gave this to me, so thank you, Malcolm. And it's a big piece of orange reflective panel that you could hang on a tree, hang from your pack. I mean, what'd I do with it? If you had some electrical tape, or I actually do have a roll of duct tape, but I brought it as an example. I picked this up at a dollar store for like $1 or $2 for $1. You could do 3 X's across, or put help with 3 X's on here. That's like 2 by 2, I think. And as, you know, each corner has these nice tie outs. Which I'm probably gonna do a separate video on this and just kind of show some examples, if I, time permitting. But with tape, I could, I could set this up. So, yeah. So there you go. That's just some examples of some things that I could carry, or you could carry. I'd be really interested in seeing what you have come up with. So if you want, I highly encourage making a video if you'd like. If you'd like to just comment, let me know what you think. Yay, nay. You could do this, you could do that. You forgot this, you forgot that. Like I said, none of this is field tested because I've not been in a situation where I've needed to signal for help. But if I did, this panel, it weighs very little, and it packs down, pretty small. I mean, I could get that into a cargo pocket easy. Back. Let's go ahead and do that. I mean, cargo pocket of my 511 jean pants. Boom. Away. Get in trouble. Just whip this out. Swinging around over your head. Get noticed. Whatever you have to do to get rescued, I guess. So, yeah. Alrighty. So, I'm not sure if I said so, but I appreciate you watching. Thanks. I look forward to your comments. I always do. I read every one of them. Thank you for your view. Thank you for your like. Appreciate it. Be safe out there, guys, and catch you in the next one.